Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are setting up my planners for 2025. As you can see, I am using for this year. I'm using a pomegranate Hobonichi Weeks, I'm using an A6 navy stripe Hobonichi Hone, a Liberty Fabrics A5 Hobonichi Hone, and a passport size traveler's notebook. I'm going to go in depth with my setup for all four, explain what I'm using them for, and give you a tour of the pages. So I hope you enjoy. The first planner I'm going to set up is my leather pomegranate weeks. This will be my second year using the weeks. And I picked this one because I just loved the color. I loved how the texture of the leather looked. And I also liked how it didn't need a clear cover to protect it. Let me grab my 2024 weeks. I got this beautiful one for 2024 and did not pick up a clear cover, and it's showing a lot of love, and I think, a lot of use. I think that if I were to go back to a shiny non-leather weeks, I would get the clear cover for sure, just because I kind of wish that I protected this a little more than I actually did, if I'm being honest. So when you open up the weeks, I decided to put my little card holder on this back cover, but you open it up and you have your 2025 monthly calendar, an area to put your important dates. You also have 2024 and 2026, so current year, previous year, future year. And then you have this area where you like your daily. I haven't found a use for this, but my personal goal with all my planners for 2025 is to use every section and get creative. I think given that last year was my first time using Hobonichi planners, and quite honestly more than one planner in general, I was kind of overwhelmed, and I didn't use all of the sections as well as I should have. So then next you have your monthly calendar. I'm pretty sure, actually, yes, it goes into January of 2026, which I think is really cool. And then, oh, actually, surprise, we go even deeper into 2026. We go all the way into March. All right. Now, somebody told me last year that the weeks actually starts in the last week of November, and the 2025 one starts in November 2024. So it's up to you if you want to start in your new planner, like your 2025 planner now or later. I know that last year I started in 2023 because I didn't have a weeks. So I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna use my 2024 planner all the way to the end or if I'm gonna start in 2025. I can see the pros and cons. On one hand, if you stop using your 2024 planner at the end of November, you don't use those pages. But then, if you wait until 2025, you have unused pages. So I think it's really up to you. I think it's a blessing and a curse. Something I need to think about for sure. And as always, you have these quotes. I know some people tape over them. I'm kind of wishy-washy. If I like the quote, I want to tape over it. But yeah, so this is what the weekly pages look like. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, these little dots. I use these to kind of separate my days into thirds, and I'll put like a header up here, and then here I'll either jot down notes or my wins or losses, or what I could have done better. And then you get to the end. And this goes into the first week of January 2026. So it's really up to you. It's a lot of wiggle room. And then you have, your final notes page for the week. And then you start getting into the reference pages. So here you have your useful abbreviations, and then you also have a notes page. I live for this section. I love this note section at the back because I can really organize. I can organize my thoughts, my goals, and stuff using this index page. Here I have swatched my pens. And as you can see, the shadowing, I'm curious to see number one, what pen I'm gonna wind up using. And number two, if this is gonna bother me. But I don't know, I'm not gonna make these giant squares. Realistically, I'm not gonna do that. I really don't think that's gonna bother me. And it looks way more intense on camera, honestly, than it does in person. I'm not a fountain pen user yet. So I can't speak to how fountain pens react to this paper, but given the pressure that I use on the pen, I'm a lefty, and when you factor in being a lefty, the oils on my skin, there are so many factors. I feel like everybody's gonna have a different level of shadowing because the variables are endless. Yeah, and this is just your regular weeks, and you get so many note pages. So last year I had intended on using my 2024 planner as my work planner, and it just didn't work for me. But now, looking back, now that I use that planner for social media and stuff, I think I maybe could have made it work, but I'm glad I switched to the Cousin. But it could work for you for work or school. You get to the end of the notes pages, and then you get using things to measure your size. I like this. I used to use eye height as a frame of reference for estimating height and things, so I love this new way of measuring distance. And then you have your size of common items. Oh, here you go. Line of sight when wearing shoes. I actually do know that for me. And then you have your favorites. I love this section as well. You can, especially at the end of the year, looking back and oh, what was my favorite, whatever. They really give you so many pages that kind of stretch your mind and make you think about things differently. My 100, you can do anything here. I've seen people do 100 books. In my memory keeping journal, I did places because I did a lot of traveling this year. So, even if I went to a new restaurant or something, or a new airport, because I was in airports a lot this year, new foods, whatever, new songs, the possibilities are endless. It's really cool. Then you have these sample symbols that you can possibly add to your Techo. And then, this is my favorite section. I love all of these random pages, oodles of noodles. And then you have your daily check-off sheet. You can use this for anything. I might actually use one of mine for reading or exercise or something like that. Then you have a little address book section. And lastly, you have your personal info. So in case you lose it, you forget it somewhere, somebody knows how to contact you. And then you also get this stamp. So that's your Hobonichi's identification number. And yeah, so let us set this up. So a couple weeks ago, at the time of recording, I went to Southwestern Ontario to visit some friends, and I made sure to visit Phaidon Pens in Cambridge, Ontario. It was only like, I don't know, it wasn't far out of the way. And it was actually on the way if I took a different way of getting there. And Phaidon Pens is, I think it's the closest Hobonichi retailer to me. And I had originally gone in there looking for a specific weeks for my sister-in-law. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, but they had so many other amazing products, including these Midori index tabs. And I plan on putting them in my weeks. So let's do that. I actually walked in and spoke to the staff, and I told them I was looking for the Hobonichi tabs. And I looked at them, and they could tell that, you know, I liked them, but I wasn't sold on them. So they offered these as an alternative. They also gave me another set that I'm actually going to use in my own and my both my owns. So these are like the smaller index tabs. I thought these would be the perfect size for the weeks, and they actually suggested these. I could also see myself using like the Traveler's Company ones, and I'm using those in my Traveler's Notebook, my book planner. So yeah, you get two sets on this page. You open it up, and there's another set of inserts. This is really great. I now have multiple years of index tabs. So I'm very happy about that. So it looks like there is, see if I can, okay, yeah, the light's catching it. You can see this little preparation, and yeah, you just fold right there. Let's try it out. My plan is to put them on the first page of each month. I'm actually going to use these outer ones first. Zoom in. There we go. And we'll just work this way. Can't decide. You know what? I might need more light for this. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on a light really quick. I apologize. So I think. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like that. So it's actually pretty transparent, so it doesn't take away from, doesn't like block the color, the view of the number on the page. I think I put this on a little crooked. That's fine. I don't need it to be perfect. So now we're gonna go on to 2, and I'm just gonna repeat through 12. So this is what it looks like. You know, I kind of like that. Like, I'm gonna put these bookmarks away. I'm just gonna put them. I think I'm gonna start in January. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So when you are looking at it like this, you can't really see the tabs, and I do like that. I like that they're not sticking out, that they're pretty much flush with the edge of the covers. I actually really like that. That's just, it won't catch on anything. And then when you look up, that's where you can see the tabs. So open it, and I actually really like how these turned out. And I love the rainbow. I love colorful things. Yeah, so that was my weeks. I'm just gonna put everything away, and then we will continue. All right, next we have my A6 own. I had an A5 cousin, let me grab that funny story. This is my 2024 work planner. I had originally intended to use this as my memory keeper for 2024, and there are actually a few pages in here of journal entries. But after a couple uses of the weeks for work, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. So I, at the suggestion of a friend, turned my Hobonichi A5 cousin into my work planner, and I went out and I bought this beautiful, this A5 phone, and I'm so glad. Here we go. Like I said, sorry for the light. So glad that I did that. It's stunning, and my memory should be preserved in a pretty thing. So I wanted to share something in here. I wanted to share how I how I used my daily section of my cousin, because it's something I'm going to carry on in my work planner. I use this to track days off or important dates. So I use these Bic Gelocity pens, and I color-coded, I color-coded the day. So orange is sick day, purple is personal day, blue is work holiday, and light green is payday. So as you can see, I was out because I went on my honeymoon in July. So I'm continuing that in 2025 because I really liked it, and I like having tangible proof of oh yeah, on this day I did this. So let me give you a tour of the A6. I went down a size because I wasn't using all of the space in the A5 in my cousin, and it was really bothering me. So I decided to try the A6. With that though, with the drop in size, also comes a drop in what is included in the own. A big thing is the A6 doesn't have the daily, this daily hourly section that the A5 does. So if you want that, you need to buy this calendar, this weekly insert separately. I thought I needed it when I placed my order, and now that I'm looking at it and flipping through it, I actually don't know if I'm going to use it. I will try. I'm also concerned about losing this, so I might get a Trogan or something just to keep these two together at all times. But it's also a place for me to put stickers. So I'm really excited, and if I don't use it for work, I know I'll find a use for it somewhere. But that is my concern. But let's give a tour of the A6. So you open it up, and I lack impulse control, and as soon as I got the sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co., I immediately put it in my work planner. It says, "You're doing great." This is a thick cover, hard. There's a little give, there's a little flex, but it's not like the soft paper, like a paperback or whatever. So again, like with the weeks, you have your current year, your previous year, your next year. And this also comes with 2 cloth bookmarks. You have your monthly section. So here's where I'll put, since it starts in December 24, I'll put my little key of important dates. And then, as I plan for the month, I'll mark them off, or, as I plan PTO or whatever, I'll, color the number so I can look at it. Because I actually do use this monthly section quite a bit. So this goes into 2026, over into March, just like in the weeks. Then you have your monthly calendar. It starts in December 2024. and it goes until March of 2026. And then you have this turning the page into a new year. I'm gonna look at my cousin because I did a lot of year planning in there with them. So in 2024, I decided to write down what I hoped the year would be like. And some of my goals on this page, I did goals for 2024. So that'll be fun to look back at. And then you have your daily pages. There is this magic line. Pretty sure they call it an invisible line. No, I think it's called the magic line. You know what? Let me set up how I use my daily page at work. Still unsure of what pen I'm gonna wind up using. Full disclosure. So I use the pencil board that comes with it. You know what? Actually, to be on brand, let's use the Hobonichi Techo. I typically, like as seen on my pencil board, I use Uniball pens, but I've never used, other than just Swatch, I've never used a Hobonichi Techo pen because I didn't order last year's planner through Hobonichi. So I use this magic line and I separate it. And then I will use this section for meetings. So I'll go hour by hour. I'll look at my days and then, I'll separate boxes, make little boxes and block out time. Like, I have a meeting at, noon or whatever. So I'll do that. And then I will split this in half, or as close to half as I can. Now in the A5, there's a lot more room down here. So I'll typically, make another line under the 3, and then my to-do list will go here. And I never put more than 6 items on my to-do list. And I don't write, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write the finished product. I picked that up from a Life Kit episode, NPR Life Kit. It's a really good podcast. And that's actually really helped me with my productivity. Being able to see how, the final product of something has really helped my productivity. So in my cousin, I would put the note, I'd put daily notes, and then I put a daily recap. I never use that note section, and here I am using, doing the same setup for months, and I can count on 2 hands how many times I've actually filled that section with notes. So here is actually going to be my to-do section. And then I'll use a stencil and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a red pen so I can, put a check mark. Actually, with this Hobonichi pen, I don't even need to get a new pen. I can check off my list. And then down here will be my daily recap. My daily recap is just like the equivalent of my commute for me, since I don't go into an office to do my work. I work from home. So this will be my shift from work to home, and I'll, be like, today was a great day. I got this done, or hey, this happened, but going forward, I know to do this. It's just a way for me to, it's a way to memory keep for my work day. So yeah, that's how I set up my dailies for work. I hope it works for you if you want to try it. Here, I think I would I guess I could use this as my to-do list too, but there's only 5 lines. I could also put things that I accomplished, for reviews or one-on-ones or something. So that's something that you can use as well, do as well. And then I don't use this monthly page for work, but again, I could probably just summarize my month and use it that way. Then you get 365 of those. And then we get to my pen swatches. And again, shadowing, it's fine. You get some notes pages here. One thing I really wish, I loved it in the weeks, having your index page to use as like, and then having the notes page numbered. I think that would be really helpful in the own, or even a cousin. So now we have the timetable. We also have graph paper. Your favorite section again. More favorites, wow, a lot of favorites. Your hundreds. That actually might be my awesome things list. Yeah, actually. Like things that I've done, projects I've worked on. And then you also have, you know, your sample icons and ways to have fun keeping a diary. I am so happy for this. 2024 was the first time I've had a journal that I've stuck with in probably 10 years. I used to be an avid journaler from like 8 until 15, and then I just abruptly stopped. I tried getting into it again, high school, college, you know, working full time and stuff, and it just wouldn't stick. And then the last year I don't know, came back. But I struggled with a lot of these. You know, I always wind up writing the same thing every day. I have a lot of pages where I'm like, guess what I did? I did the same thing for the last like 7 days because I'm really boring or whatever. And so I'm really excited to have this section to shake things up and remember why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then we have the Oodles of Doodles page. I think last year they had recipes, so I would actually really like to make those recipes in the back of the 2024. You also have your 365 checkoff sheet. I like this. I like looking, like, you know, a look back. I can't wait to do that at the end of the year. Resources for getting the most out of your Hobonichi. And then a gift tracker. This would have been really helpful when I was planning my wedding. Address section, and then your personal notes. And yeah, more great things, you know, ways to keep in touch with Hobonichi, and then as usual, your little identification number. So I mentioned that I have index tabs, and we're gonna put more of those on. So these are also from Phaidon Pens. These are the bigger index tabs, and whereas the set that I used for my weeks had 48 pieces, this only has 24. So this is 1 year on one sheet, 1 year on another. I can't decide, actually. I'm gonna compare these because I'm wondering if maybe using the big ones on the A6 isn't the best idea. Brainstorming 5. Yeah, I'm gonna try these. See what happens. Okay, I like that. I was a little afraid that the size of these bigger tabs would not look great on how, you know, on such a small notebook, but I actually think, well, it's too late now, that it'll be fine. for this planner. Ooh, that was close. And there we go. So again, these, you can't see the tabs. It also has a clear cover on this. But then you look at it on the side, they stick out. You can see them when you open, and it's just. Oh, okay, yeah, these were a great idea. I'm just a little paranoid. Hopefully, I didn't like accidentally stick two pages together. So I'm just gonna QC that. Go back and stick this. Actually, I'm gonna stick it here because this will be my first work day in the new year. So there is the actually one here. I'm just gonna copy that key. And let's see the shadow. Oh, that's actually, it's not bad. I mean, not bad at all. It's way more subtle, like in person, like off camera. I'm impressed, honestly. I wasn't expecting these big pens to not shadow as well as they did. Oh wow, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll switch to big pens. We'll see. All right, so that is the On, or the A6 On. This is the A5 Liberty Fabrics On for 2025. I love the floral pattern so much. I was torn between this and a few covers. If you watched my Hobonichi unboxing, like I kind of went into detail as to how I came to this, but I didn't actually have to try the pages. So we open it up, and I've already kind of gone off the rails with my stickers. This one I got, these two actually, excuse me, I got them with frying pans that I bought from Japan like 3 years ago. They were $80 and they're tiny, but of all of the Skillets frying pans that I use, those are the most used. And they came with stickers that I just I'd been too afraid to put on anything, and then I just decided that this would be a good one because they're colorful florals. Yeah, stickers from a frying pan box. I got this sticker from Kubo and Lucy. I also got this "You Are a Badass" with a really good ass sticker, also from Kubo and Lucy. I got this chicken nugget sticker from a local bookstore called Merit Badge Books. I got this sticker, just screams my childhood, from GP Stationery, which is also local to me. And they also sell traveler's notebooks now, and I'm super excited. And of course I got my I Heart Roasted Bean Water from the Coffee Monsters Co. I also got this blob from the Coffee Monsters Co. And I got this sticker from, actually, this huge sticker book that I forgot that I had. This was an impulse buy from Barnes & Noble, the Antiquarian sticker book. I love it because there's like over 1,000 stickers of like these Victorian era artwork. I've been using these a lot in my memory keeping journal, but there's one in particular that I'm going to stick on right now because if you've seen my Instagram, this looks awfully familiar because it is the same print as the blind bag notebook that I got with my Hobonichi 2025 order. So what are the odds? So I'm gonna stick this on right now. I simply cannot not have this in my planner. Strangest coincidence that I would have a sticker book with this print. These stickers are very thin. I mean, I also bought this like at least 5 years ago, back when I had sticker placement anxiety. I think I'm just gonna put this like right here. But I simply cannot have my memory keeping journal without. Like, seriously, how cool is that? I don't know what I'm gonna use this for yet. But I had to do it. So, last notebook, last planner. That's a Hobonichi planner, because I have one more. A tour of the A5. Again, you have your current year, previous year, next year. Now, unlike the A6, which doesn't have, actually, it has the monthly here. And then you have like your calendar, which goes, this one goes January 2025, December 2024 to March 2025, March 2026. Now, this is what the A6 doesn't have, are these like weekly, the weekly pages. Oh my gosh, and broken down by hour and stuff. I struggled with this section in my A5 on for so long, and then I placed my first Coffee Monsters Co. order, and I got the Hobonichi Cousin Weekly kits, like the weekly sticker spreads. Actually, I have one. A few. Don't mind me throwing everything around. I have a lot of stationery. Let's see. Here's one that So these kits, like, you could put a sticker like here. Having like I don't know, stickers that are designed for this section just opened up a new world for me. I love this section. It's like the last thing I do Sunday, or it's the first thing I do Monday. It just, even if like some days are blank, it's fine because it looks cute and I can put stickers or I can jot notes. Like it's great. And then again, it comes with these two cloth bookmarks. And then you also have your turning the page to a new year, which is where I'll put, you know, my goals for 2025 or how I hope 2025 will go. And then you start your monthly page. I want to get more use out of this. Before I would put my goals, you know, here are my goals, and then the second half would be what I accomplished. I don't think I'm going to do that. It put a lot of pressure on me that I don't need, because sometimes life happens and you can't accomplish those goals for whatever reason, and that's fine. Maybe I'll just decorate it, or maybe I'll write a letter to myself. I mean, you can really put anything here. But what I think I'm gonna avoid doing is writing goals for a month, because I put enough pressure on myself as it is. And then we switched to the daily page right here. So I ignore the magic line. It kind of depends on the mood or when I journal, because I can go up to 5 days without journaling. It's not good for me. But sometimes I can go up to a week depending on how busy I am or how tired I am or whatever. But usually I will use the magic line up until like the 3 mark. I'll put my to-do. I saw somebody put like a section for self-care, which I would really like to do, because I struggle with self-care. I want to make sure that like in 2025, I make sure that I do stuff for me. So maybe I'll put like a for me section. I use these check boxes for gratitude, like great that, you know, things that have happened that I'm grateful for or whatever. And you know, I'll decorate with stickers, or I'll use a brush pen to make little sections. And I will usually summarize the day. And yeah, I'm getting more creative with how I use this. For the longest time, it was just like, today I did this, then I did this, then I did that. And I really wasn't putting how I was feeling. And I definitely want to put more of my feelings in. There are certainly pages where I've run out of room and I've had to spill into the next day. And that's fine. You do you. This is, it's simple, but it's also like overwhelming at the same time because there are just so many possibilities. So again, we have 365 of those pages. And then we get to a notes section. Again, I really wish that there was like an index page where you put how you're dividing it, and I wish these pages were numbered. And I know it's already super thick, but I wish there were more pages. This isn't enough for me. I guess I could have a separate notebook for that, but like this isn't enough. I tried testing out a roller stamp that I got from the Coffee Monsters Co. I've never used one of those before, so I'm practicing like the positioning and stuff and learning like exactly where it needs to go on the page. So I'm gonna use this for like ink swatching, I guess. And then, like the A6, you have your timetable, your graph paper. I think I saw Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. She's gonna track the weight of her Hobonichi, and I think that is such a good idea because mine is heavy, mine is thick, it is fat. Because I stick so many things in it, I'm very curious to see how the weight changes over time. And then you have your favorites page. I'm sorry, Helen, I'm stealing that. You have your favorites. Your favorites, that's fine. And then you have your 100. I don't know what my 100 is because I'm gonna have a separate book log. So we'll see. You also have your icons, how to have fun keeping a diary, your noodles page, of course, words to remember, and then you have your 365 days check off again. Again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I've got time. And then how to get the most out of your Techo, your gifts, your addresses, and then you have like your personal notes. So yeah, let's see. And then you have I already filled out the personal section, so I'm not going to show that on camera. But you also have, your journal ID, and then you're at the back where we just stuck the sticker. One thing I wanted to put on my own was this back charm that I ordered from the Moomin Shop Hawaii. I've rediscovered my love of like the Moomin universe recently, and I need all things Moomin in my life, like all of them. And so many things on like the official Moomin site were sold out, and then I discovered the Moomin Shop Hawaii, and they had like the Snork Maiden Nightlight, they had this bag charm, they had a mug, like, so naturally I got those because they make me happy. So I'm concerned that like the charms are gonna fall off if I travel, like when I travel. So I think this is just gonna be decorative for like when I'm, at home, but I love how the flowers kind of match, and I love Snork Maiden, so can't not have her as part of my planner. Here we go. We have my Moomins as part of my planner, and it'll look cute. All right, next we have my traveler's notebook, my passport. Yeah, let's do it. My plan for this year is to use this as my everyday carry for when I leave the house, as well as my book journal. I've used book journals in the past, but the pre-set up ones just, I don't know, they're not my style. So I decided to try to see if I could turn my traveler's notebook into one and see if it'll work. Can't hurt. So this traveler's notebook is very special to me. While you can get these online and at any other, Travelers Company, Travelers Factory retailer, I picked this one up on my honeymoon over the summer. I went to Lush Dive in Oslo, Norway to pick this up because I went to Norway on my honeymoon. I also picked up this bear charm last year on a trip to New York City. I went to Yoseka Stationery, where I also got my first Travelers Company stamp in a different traveler's notebook. So this is very special to me. It holds a lot of really awesome memories. So I already have some stuff in here. I'm gonna break down what I already have. So you open it up, and I've got some stickers that I think I'm gonna put on like some of the inserts and stuff. So I totally forgot I did this, but I already decorated the blank insert that comes with these traveler's notebooks. So I used some of the 2024 stickers, as well as a stamp sticker from La Dolce Vita. I'm pretty sure I picked up this set in particular from Nico Neko Zakaya. They stock a lot of the La Dolce Vita stationery items. So I have a little note in here from when I went to Norway, just a little reminder of where I got it and what to think of when I use it. I write in I write myself a little note in almost everything that I buy, like including books, especially if I get them from like airports and stuff. There's like, pick this up from George W. Bush Airport in Houston. Think of like this smell. I don't know. I live for that stuff. So anyway, I digress. So I got this clear zipper cover, also in Oslo, and this craft folder. I'm also pretty sure I got this one in Oslo too. These two though come from Norway Designs, another Travelers Company retailer in Norway. I went to all two of them actually, because Norway only has two, so even more special. Anyway, let's get started. I decided to try my book tracking using the passport sized weekly. I thought that it had a really cool setup. This I ordered actually, and had shipped from Yoseka Stationery as well. I got the pencil board and the sticker set as well. That'll come up later. I didn't really think this out, so bear with me as I brainstorm. And the weekly has two notebooks. So you have, as I open this up, you have January through June in this light blue, and then you have July through December in this darker blue. And then I think this comes perforated. I think I see everybody like attaching this. I might do that. Or you can't see that. So I see people attaching this to the outside, and I always forget to do it. So I'm not gonna forget. I should have done that on all of my traveler's notebooks, but I was just so excited that I kind of forgot. I'm not gonna forget this year because I love how that looks. With the weekly comes the 2025 guide, which I love the copy in here. I reflect on this. I look at this often throughout the year, so find a way to incorporate this too. And then you have the stickers for the year. Let's see. I'm gonna decorate this. So I think that's it for now. I'm sure I'll add stickers as I acquire them, add stamps, you know. I don't need to fill it all up right now. So I'm gonna stick with, in this insert, the whole travel theme. And I thought that this traveler's like immigration stamp would be perfect on here, given number one, like color, and number two, that I did get this on a really important trip. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick all like in this room. Do I? That's debatable. I'll just put it on the back. Yeah, just gonna make corners out of it. Yeah. So in my current traveler's notebook setup, let me just whip that out for you. This is thick. This is the one that I brought with me on my honeymoon to Norway. I'm not done with my travel journal. I'm not even halfway done with the pages, and she's thick. It's very thick. I also use the special Travelers Company Josteka stationery insert. Anyway, so this is what I brought with me to Norway, and I have the monthly calendar from here. As you can see, I did not save the the insert, but like this is what I did. I put on my flights. I used the little icon stickers that come with the customizer, like the custom sticker sets. Reminders to pack. Now I also have other trips. Hopefully gonna squeeze in another trip. We'll see. But yeah, so that's what I did. I liked the monthly. I like the monthly. If I was going to use my traveler's notebook for travel in that way, I would have gotten it again. I give up. I would have totally gotten a monthly, but the weekly sounded cool. All right. I also, fun fact, I use the month tabs. I didn't use it on my memory keeping Hobonichi cousin, but on my work planner, my work cousin, I use the index tabs so I could just page right to the month, because I don't know how I function without my Hobonichi cousin. I don't understand how I functioned, truly. All right. I did this incorrectly. I remember I made the same mistake last year. There we go. And then you just fold. There we go. There's a little perforation. You fold and you stick, so it looks like that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have January in the front. All right, so this is all indexed. I guess I should put my name on this. We'll see. I don't know. There's so much potential. Okay, they're not the most even, but you know, kind kind of like it. It's kind of whimsical. That's what I'm gonna call it. Some people call it sloppy. I call it whimsical to make myself feel better. I quite like that. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is, let's say, like, write down if I read what book in the pages, and then also on the days, like write down the book, and then when I I'll highlight like when I start and then when I finish. I mean, I have a Goodreads too, but I like to have hard perfect. I don't know. I just think it would be cute. And then like this insert will just be to like jot stuff down when I leave the house, or okay. Gonna match the green, and I love that contrast. It's so sloppy, I'm sorry. These are vinyl, so these could also go on like water bottles and stuff, but I am a recovering, I used to have a fear of placing stickers on stuff because I was afraid like, oh, if I use it, then I can't put it on anything else. But developing, like starting to journal and plan and like, travel journal and stuff has really cured me of that. And now I put stickers on basically everything. The inside of my memory keeping journals and stuff is just full, which is great. And so were the pages of my journal. So now what do I put here? Do that. I'll just put this like on the inside. Do I want this to overlap? I think overlapping here is fine. There we go. So we got January through June, my stickers, and then July through December. I guess that means I have to remove all of these. I also have an insert for short trips if I take them next year. This year was an extremely travel heavy year. Extremely. I mean, yeah, it was. I've never traveled more in my life, and I used to travel for work. And I might travel, not might, I will be traveling again, even if like shorter trips and stuff. So I'm gonna be using these rubber band connecting rubber bands. Again, you can get them through the Travelers Company website, or you can go to authorized retailers. This is another thing that I picked up at Norway Designs in Oslo, and I love that there are instructions on how to attach. I think that I'm going to keep the entire year in here. I think. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I can totally do that. I'll use, okay. So what I'll do is, this will be my 1. This will be my 2. Okay. Let me put this in view of the camera. So I'm gonna use like this method. So I'm gonna use 3 inserts. So I'm gonna use my January through June as number 1, seen here. My blank insert as number 2, and then number 3 will be my July through December. And if I have to add a 4th one, well, I guess I'll be a little creative. Is there in English? Here we go. Here we go. Yes, there is English inside. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the classic black color rubber band. I'll connect these two. Nope, I will not connect these two. I will connect these two, 1 and 2. So they'll be here. I'm gonna put them back with my zipper folder and my craft paper folder. I also would love to decorate these craft paper folders. So much fun. It's a great way if you get stickers. I put so many of like my luggage tags and stuff like in my travel journal, especially because we checked some luggage and then, you know, we transited through Iceland, so we had like a little sticker that we got on our passport, so I also put that in my journal and on like the craft paper. All right, anyway, so now it's time for number 3, which I guess is here. I'm afraid that this doesn't snap. If not, I think I have a repair kit, but I'm not gonna worry about that because that hasn't happened. Okay, and then thread that here. We are a little bulky, but we did it. There you have it. I also have a Love and Trip pencil board, also from Yoseka, that I'll be using. So actually, let me put that in here. So this does start on December 23rd. Fun fact. And we will just poor bear. I just put it upside down. There you have it, my traveler's notebook for 2025. My book tracking notebook. We are beefy, but we are set up. So thank you for watching. Oh, I need to zip this up because I don't have the stickers anymore. And we'll see you next time. I will definitely post an update about how this is going. I hope this will fit into my bag. Otherwise, I will have to cut something out. I don't know what yet, but so far, my little everyday carry book tracker. So, see you later.